Hello, and in this video I'm going to show you how to connect a games console or other another computer or something like that to a capture card or something like that, allowing you to stream it or play it via your computer for some reason or something like that. Now, this is meant to be a tutorial on how to get it to work for game streaming and that. I do not condone things like using it to copy things from, say, Netflix or other streaming services, or copy things from TV or things like that, because doing that is technically piracy. So that's that. But this is for mainly doing video games, or say you want to record something from another computer, use it as you use another computer as a streaming computer and that sort of thing. That's what this tutorial is about. One of the main things you may notice, if you connect a computer or other thing into a capture card, you may get a weird noise. The screen may work for a couple seconds, but then you get this message. And in my case, my software I use will pop up another alert on top, saying that it doesn't support HDCP. Now, certain devices, like I believe some of the newer Elgato's, a few other things, will sort this for you. But there is another symptom to a HDCP issue. If you connect it to, say, another device, like a Nintendo Switch. And in this case, as you can see, it's in 480p. If I try changing it, I select 720 or 1080. Okay, for some reason it does work, but there's still an issue. There's no sound. Although it allows you to set 1080p, there's no sound. And that can be an issue for some people. You can capture the sound separately by using the headphone out of the Switch, but some consoles don't allow you to do that. To do this, you can use something like this. This is something that I picked up. They go under many different brands. The one I have here is by Cynic, okay, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm not completely sure. But this is just a generic HDMI splitter box. It splits one input on the back to two outputs. Now, you don't have to hook up both of these, I found. Some people say that you do not. Or I haven't needed to. The way I believe this works, this seems to identify as a HDCP compliant display, which is good, because that's what we need. And you only need to hook up one of these. The thing is, you think, oh, it might be powerful enough to be powered through HDMI. No. I've tried this before and I ended up breaking the old one. I think it was because it wasn't giving it enough power to operate, and it just didn't work. So this cable that comes with it's a USB cable. Some of them do come with power adapters that go straight into the mains. I prefer the ones with the 5-volt power things, because I found that the other ones also operate at 5 volts anyway. Because in this way you can use a decent USB power supply, or if you want to, you can just hook it into a power output on the back of your computer if you're going to use it like that. So the simple bit is, you just hook one end into power, like any of the other ones, and take out your source, the output that goes into your capture card, put that in one of the outputs, take the output from your capture device, plug that into one side, like So, and there you go. First thing you might see, I have sound. Just go fix this. My capture card does 1080p, but only at 30, so it ends up dropping frames. So that's why I set it to 720, just in case you were wondering. But now I've got sound, and the resolution is good. I can go through and everything works fine. The other thing that I've also found is that I can also now, if I switch the input, I can now use it fine with other things like another computer. And although this is a very red, probably because night shift is on, there you go, and it works fine. No latency issues, it works perfectly fine. There's no latency as far as I can tell. Yeah, this may add a couple milliseconds, but it's not, for me, it's not noticeable at all. And it works perfectly well. I'll have a few of those types, one for both US and one for UK Amazon links in the description. As far as I can see, they work perfectly fine. There may be other issues. For example, this may be patched in the future at some point. I don't know. Obviously, this can be used to split the same signal to other displays. It's not a switch box, which means it's only one way. It only splits one input to two outputs. It doesn't accept two inputs and one output. That's a completely separate device. I personally use as a switch box as well, which is a separate switch box which does all that. Meaning for this remote, which you can't see, but never mind. And it works perfectly fine. If there are any issues, I will try and help, but as far as I know, if you get the brand which I use, it should work perfectly fine as long as it looks similar to the one that I showed, or the ones in the Amazon links. It should be fine. If the links do break, let me know. And I hope this helped. Thanks for watching.